Mr. Naruhodo. That horrible case is solved at last. And I helped the man walk free from that trial. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen? Bruno, did you believe him though? Did you believe Mr. McGilded was innocent? I believed, or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to. Because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon. A weapon? A lawyer's weapon. Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. You mean Kazuma-sama? Listen, Ryunosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what is a lie. Which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have. Unwavering belief? Only when we truly believe what our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly. What's funny, Gina? Ko, sounds like in this Empire Japan you come from, everyone must be soft. Come on. Look at the mess it's got you into, believing in that bog trotter. Yes, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free. Well, at least you've learnt your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. As soon as you let your guard, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one, get hurt by no one. Gina, may I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say it? Rip them up and chuck them away. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what he wants all in all. I bet that's what he wants and all now. Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over here. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I led everyone up the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe it, and you're telling me that you can believe in me after that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? The lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened.
Trust her, I guess.
Gina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial.
Eh? Are you half-baked?
Not at all. You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth.
Seriously, Mr. Naruto? Didn't you hear all of what I said before? I'm a born liar. Fibs just trip off me tongue. And I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and it got you in all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. Gina. I do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there is more to this life than you've yet realized. What do you mean? The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down.
It's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side.
What do you expect me to say to that? Aww. Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparation for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like. You Eastern lot are... I don't know what you are. I don't get you.
Gina's taken herself off to the back of her cell. She'd never admit it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out all right in the end, I think.
Whoever's hiding there...
Nani?
Show yourself at once! Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice.
Oh, Susato. She's fucking ready, dude. She's fucking ready, dude. Hold on, give me 1 second, Paula. Let me finish this. Miss Susato?
Somebody's there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before.
What? Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Actually, oh shit, it's Gregson. Blimey, you're sharp, eh? I suppose you were using one of those mystic Japanese arts. Like the art of stealth I've heard so much about. Dude, Paula, I'd say go for it. You can always go back to other games that like you were already playing, but if you have an urge to play it, then yeah, I'd say go for it. Why not? You know? And if people ask you like, oh, hey, like, are you going to go back to this game? Then yeah, just tell them that, yeah, you wanted to try this one out and that you'll get back to Dying Light 2 or, you know, whenever you decide to stream it again. It's your stream, it's your show. And yeah. If you end up deciding to play a game that you started for whatever reason, but you really want to play something else, then, I mean, you're just going to be thinking about that in the back of your mind, like, I'm like either distracted or I'm not really liking this as much. Like, I really wanted to stream this, so yeah. I'd say go for it. There's no harm in it. Those other games will always be there for you whenever you want to return to them if you do. I suppose you were using one of those mystic Japanese arts, like the art of stealth I've heard so much about.
If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector. Crazy!
Oh, dear me. I am most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you.
How long have you been listening in on our conversation?
Oh, good grief! Listening in? No. I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave even though it was after hours. I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived. This very minute, not a moment earlier. That's all it is. Nothing outward, nothing at all.
After hours? Is it that late already?
So then, I'll humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodle-doo, cheerio, all the best, bye, and bye.
That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship. Oh, but I wanted to have a chat.
I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute.
Oh, I see. That's a shame.
If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with sharpish, Lord Strongheart will, well...
Emergency? Lord Strongheart?
Nothing, forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off.
Alright, Gregsy, if you have to, but let's chat soon.
Delighted, charmed, can't wait, if you please. My pleasure.
That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, no problem. Of course. It's your stream, it's your show, so you run it how you want. Craigsy's so funny. He says such silly things. It's certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police fawning to a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court. I must attend the court clerk's office now before it closes. Yes, of course. Thank you, Mrs. Sato. Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later. And so our investigation came to an end. Susato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Susato-san would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan.
April, 11:13 p.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy.
Naruhodo-san, it's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted.
What about you, Susato-san? Today has been even more trying for you, I'm sure.
Mr. Sholmes was shot before our eyes. Gina was arrested. All on the back of the news that her father has fallen ill and that she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon. Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm. And yet, I seem unable to find the words to express any of them.
I know exactly what you mean.
Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow.
One final task? You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean?
Oh my! I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this.
What is that? Some huge bundle of documents?
It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus.
The McGilded case.
It seems to me that this case of Mr. Windybank's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case, in many ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you.
With everything else she's had to think about, Susato-san still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting.
It was my pleasure.
Aww.
I can only hope that it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina.
Thank you so much, Susato-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world.
Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said there.
Oh, ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself.
Oh, Susato! Don't say that.
The McGilded case notes have been entered into the court record. Notes collated by Miss Susato about the McGilded case that we worked on 2 months ago.
Aw, Susato, I know, right? Get some of those hearts in the chat for Susato. She's such a sweetie. Going back to Japan.
It's just 2 months since we arrived in London, but we've managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret.
I'm so sorry, Susato-san.
It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts.
I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel I've learned something.
And what would that be?
It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities.
Facets?
And like a jewel, the light plays off them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of the total facets, and what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows? What do those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live.
That's so true.
Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much. But I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear. That all the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together.
Naruhodo-san.
I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and we keep moving forward. even if the way sometimes seems dark.
It's amazing to think it's just been 2 months. You've grown so much.
Sorry, I've what?
Oh, no. It was nothing. Unimportant.
Tomorrow's departure. Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning?
Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving here at 4 a.m.
I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station.
Absolutely not.
Sorry?
I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow.
Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but...
Every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible. Even though, like me, I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try. Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naruhodo-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room.
Susato-san, I
wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night.
Wait, there's something I need to say.
What was that? A secret technique of mine. The Susato shutdown.
Susato shutdown. Oh my god, dude. She's got the Susato takedown, and apparently she's also got the Susato shutdown. Shutdown?
Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears.
Oh. Oh no, Susato! Susato-san. I know, it's so sad. She doesn't want to say goodbye because then she won't be able to hold back their tears. It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us, and learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes, and as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind, eventually, my fatigue triumphed and I fell into a deep sleep.
April. The small hours. St. Sinus Hospital, Ward number 3.
Yes, I quite understand. That is a great weight off my mind. Huh? Rest assured, I shall put everything in place, exactly as we have discussed. Thank you so much. Oh, I think this is Susato.
It has been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes.
On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. I bid you farewell, and Godspeed. My dear madam. And there we go. There's the end of the investigation. So, this is where we are going to end stream, and next Tuesday, the trial begins. The fifth and final trial